It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I'm going to get into, I think, something that certainly has become a pillar within the way that I see my role. And I think one of the incredible privileges of the Expresso platform is that we get to partner with brands who are using their platforms to create action, much needed change in our country. And one such brand is Domestos. They have used their brand power and their actual product to combat the sanitation crisis, and I stress the word crisis, that is plaguing our schools and keeping our young learners from an education, never mind the dignity that is being stripped away on a daily basis. Well, this morning I welcome back Nobuhle Ngobane, the Senior Brand Manager for Domestos South Africa, to reflect back on what has been an incredible campaign and even more impressive, the life-changing results they've been able to achieve with a sustained effort. Nobuhle, great to see you. I see you nodding your head there emphatically as I say these things because it's easy to become impassioned about this. I've tried to entrench myself in as many ways as I can because I see the relevance of it, and I think we know clearly the need. We need to protect our young people in whatever way we can. I've had the benefit of having a front row seat to this journey for the last couple of years, and I've seen how far you have come. Maybe you can take us, as someone who is even more emotionally invested, take us down memory lane. Talk us through what you have achieved so far and why it makes you so proud.
You know, we can't talk about what we've achieved before we remind our viewers at home the reason why Domestos is so invested in addressing unsafe sanitation in our country. Because unsafe sanitation is linked to the transmission of illness-causing germs, which impact the quality of education that our learners receive, because when learners are ill because they've been exposed to germs, they miss on important school days, which impacts the quality of their education. But also, most importantly, you know, it infringes on their rights to dignity, because where there's an absence of safe sanitation or even basic sanitation, you know, learners sometimes have to relieve themselves outside in the open area, which is obviously negatively affects their self-esteem and impacts on their overall well-being. And that is why Domestos, over the last decade, has really been waging this war against unsafe sanitation and poor hygiene through our 3 pillars of our purpose. And these pillars of our purpose include our school toilet refurbishments, our school toilet maintenance program, as well as our National Schools Hygiene Program, which is an education program that teaches learners good basic hygiene habits. And through these pillars, over the last decade, we've reached 5 million learners.
Wow.
We've been able to help them access cleaner and safer toilets and a better standard of hygiene and sanitation in schools, which is work that we are immensely proud of and extremely grateful to have been a part of.
It's life-changing. But for me, I think where it really comes to bear, it's that daily reinforcing that some young child out there thinks that it's normal to go and relieve themselves in an open field behind the school because that's all they've ever known. We need to change that narrative. 5 million kids reached. I would imagine within that there are some deeply personal stories, some amazing moments throughout that journey. What have been some of the highlights for you when you look back, considering what you've set out to achieve?
Absolutely. I mean, in 2021 alone, we were able to build 51 toilets in 3 schools. Wow. We were able to train over 200 janitors, you know, equipping them with skills as well as materials to actually help keep their toilets clean and safe for learners. And we were also able to participate in the National Schools Hygiene Program alongside our other brands, Lifeboy as well as Minted and P. And, you know, the culmination of those 3 pillars of our purpose have helped us to reach over 900,000 learners in 2021 alone.
Sure.
So that is work that we are very, very proud of. And I mean, if you go back to schools where, you know, originally we had visited these schools before the interventions, and you hear of just the impact, you know, of not having school toilets, those stories become very personal to us. Yeah. It really is a privilege for us to be a part of the solution in our country and alongside our partners as well.
No child must get left behind. So we keep fighting until every child has access to safe, clean toilets. That being said, what's next? Where is Domestos going with this?
You know, interestingly enough, when we started this journey globally, Domestos set an ambition that was back in 2010, an ambition to reach 25 million people, and by 2020, globally we had reached 29 million people through our purpose. And so, of course, we had to set the bar higher. So we have just set ourselves an ambition to reach 100 million people globally through our purpose.
Sure.
And what that means for us in South Africa is that we have to reach at least 1 million learners annually in order for us to contribute to the global purpose ambition. And so, you know, it cannot be possible without the collaboration of our partners. Over the years, we've been working with partners such as Designdex Architects, Strato Engineers, Envirosan, as well as the Department of Basic Education. And we cannot leave behind our consumers because they have made this possible for us through just a simple act of buying Domestos bleach. They have enabled us to invest in all these programs that have reached over 5 million learners over the past decade. And we need our consumers to continue supporting the brand because it is through their support that we are able to do more.
It activates the entire chain. The partners are there, the right relationships are there, government is there, big business is clearly there. Now we need the consumer to step up as they have been and just do what you're going to do anyway. Just buy your bottle of Domestos. I absolutely love it. Nobuhle, thank you so much. Every time I speak to you, my cup is refilled and I feel a little bit more hopeful about what has been a hopeless situation. So thank you so, so much.
Thank you, and thank you for your support.
We love it. I think it's one of the most vitally important conversations to be having right now. And what I love the most about this dynamic is we can each do something. Every time you shop Domestos in store, R1 from that bottle sold, not at your cost, courtesy of Domestos, will go towards safer toilets for 1 million learners in South Africa. So let's play our part.